Turn your Disney dream into a magical Disney vacation where princesses and the mouse Disney travel.
Taking pictures is one way many families capture the memories while they're on vacation, but it means a lot of time behind one of these, or one of these, and the person taking the picture isn't even in it. I'm going to show you some ways that Disney helps you get out from behind these and into those memories with your friends and family. And if you do want to take your device down to Disney, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how you or a cast member can get the best pictures around the park that you can. If you're ready to learn how to get some wall-ready pictures, stick with us. This is the Disney Planning Insights Podcast. Hey everybody, it's Matt with the DPI Podcast. A couple things before we get going. If you liked the video today, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and hit the bell notification so that you can get notified every time that we release content. Also, you'll see our social media platforms scrolling across the bottom. If you could, go check those out and like and follow to help us get our content out to more people. Today we're going to be talking about photography. I'm going to focus on photography at Walt Disney World, but this can really be used in a lot of different situations. And we're going to break it down into 3 areas. The first area is going to be taking your own photos. You know, what equipment do I take to the parks? What equipment works really well? And how do you get the best shots around Walt Disney World? The second thing that we're going to talk about is the Disney PhotoPass service. They have their own photographers and the Memory Maker program. And how does that work? And then last, we're going to talk about Disney Fine Art Photography and the offerings that they have for Walt Disney World. And it is amazing what they can do. So let's start with a series of 3 pictures. The first one I took, the second one a Disney PhotoPass photographer took, and the third one, a Disney Fine Art photographer took. And you're going to see major differences between these 3 photos. And mainly it comes in the form of editing. Disney Fine Art takes a lot of time at the end of a photo session to really fine touch those pictures that they take to deliver the best product to you. Now, not saying that if you have any experience with a photo editing software, you can achieve similar results. But for most people, taking the picture off of their phone and posting it on social media is all they want to do. So to them, that might be as good as they want it to be. So let's start with taking your own photos. So taking your own photos is going to rely on a couple of different things. The first off is the equipment that you can take down to the parks. Now, I usually take my Nikon camera and my phone to take pictures. And most times I'll have this around my neck, unless we're planning on doing a lot of rides in succession. But as far as using this as a camera around the parks, it's perfectly fine. This is a D3400. It is an economy model from Nikon. And really, once you start putting better glass on the front of it, and that means better lenses, you can do a lot with this camera. My phone, I've had an iPhone for a while. I've used different Android phones, and cameras on phones have come a long way. As long as you're setting up your shot well, you can achieve really, really good pictures using your phone. And I'll show you these here in a few. But as far as getting good shots at Disney, you want to think of a couple of things. First off is the lighting. Florida sun can be really, really harsh at times. So you want to try and get yourselves in situations where you have the light or the sun behind you. That way it's illuminating whatever you're trying to take a picture of. The other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're trying to get yourself away from the crowds. So using early morning breakfasts for options. You know, we like to go into Magic Kingdom and go to the Crystal Palace breakfast and have like that 8:30 reservation. What that allows you to do is when they start letting those people in the parks at 7:55, you can actually go in there with only people that have dining reservations and have a relatively empty park to where you can take some photos. Now, they're going to kind of guide you to the areas that you need to be, but for all the restaurants, you're going straight down Main Street. And there are going to be PhotoPass photographers down there taking pictures, but there's not a lot of crowd out there. So what I've been able to do is get some really good pictures of the castle and the hub area first thing in the morning with a good sun to the right-hand side of the castle with no crowd. And you can see in this picture with my crop, you don't see anybody in this picture, and it is a gorgeous, beautiful picture of the castle. So another thing that you can do is you can find what people are calling the walls of Disney. And they're scattered through a bunch of the different parks, and a lot of times they're going to have a PhotoPass photographer there. But if you just stand to one side of the PhotoPass photographer, a lot of times you can get that same shot without having to wait in that line, as long as you're using your own equipment. Now, for beginning photographers or people that don't have a lot of training, I would recommend setting whatever device you're taking to auto and using that auto focus and auto balance to get the best shot. If you have a little bit more experience with a camera, put it on M and start having some fun with it. There's a lot of neat ways to get good pictures around the parks using the manual settings on your camera. And it's one of the big reasons that I almost always take my DSLR into the parks with me. The next thing that we're going to talk about is Disney's PhotoPass service. Now, PhotoPass refers to an electronic catalog of photographs that Disney cast members and electronic cameras take around the park. So whether you're on rides or meeting with characters or in some of those iconic spots around the park, you're going to see PhotoPass photographers taking pictures. So what you'll want to do is get in that line, wait your turn, get some pictures taken, and a lot of times those PhotoPass photographers will take 3 or 4 shots and then scan your Magic Band or your park ticket so that they can be put into your catalog. As those pictures are reviewed, they're put up on your My Disney Experience app to where you can look at them, and at that point you can decide if you want to download them or not. So downloading comes in a couple of different ways. So you can purchase the pictures individually. And if you're going to be at the park for a number of days, I don't recommend this, because the PhotoPass photographers, if they're taking good pictures, which most times they are, you're going to get a lot of good pictures. The other way to think about this is with what's called the Memory Maker package. And this package costs $199 or $169 if you get it at least 3 days in advance of your first day in the parks. The Memory Maker allows you to download all of the pictures, all of the videos, all of the magic shots, everything that Disney PhotoPass Services does. It allows you to download to your computer. And from there, you can edit and play with and post everything that you want. So magic shots are special shots that are taken around the park. And they do these at all the parks now. So make sure that you're asking to see if there is a magic shot available. A lot of times if you look on the website or on the Magic Shots Facebook page, they'll have a list of where all the magic shots are. But basically what they do in a magic shot is they will pose you or your family into a certain position, and then they will add elements in the editing of that picture. And there's everything from the Headless Horseman to poison apples to having Tinkerbell in the palm of your hand. There's a lot of different things that they do with these shots, and they make them really neat. So definitely ask your PhotoPass photographer if any of these are available. The last thing that you can do with the PhotoPass photographers is actually have them use your equipment. So I've done this on a couple of trips. Normally I'll do the Memory Maker package, but the last trip that I took with my wife, I took my camera down. I was doing a media trip, so basically I had all of my video equipment, all of my camera equipment, everything with me. So I had my camera around my neck basically the whole time we were at the parks. So when we go to a PhotoPass photographer, we'd let them use their camera, which is a much nicer camera than mine. And then I would hand them my camera and ask them to take a couple of pictures with my camera. Now, depending on the photographer, they're not always the best shots in the world. They want to kind of do it quick so that they can get the next person. Remember, you're adding a step to their job now. But in a lot of cases, we got really good pictures out of them. And as long as they're not playing a whole lot with your framing, you can have the picture framed up when you hand the camera to them. And all they're doing is basically autofocusing, hitting the snap button, hitting the record button, and taking the picture. And then you can do a lot in post-editing after that. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is some of the special paid photography sessions that Walt Disney can do for you. The first one is done by a PhotoPass photographer, and it's the Capture Your Moment photography session. And this is going to be 20 minutes with a PhotoPass photographer, and it's going to cost you $50. And you can back these up back to back, so you can actually do a 40-minute session for $100. Now, one thing to think about when doing this session is they do not offer downloadable images for it unless you have Memory Maker or you're an annual pass holder. So that's one thing that you're going to want to add on to your Memory Maker. And you can do a Memory Maker one day, which is $69 for this. But you just can't, they won't give you the downloadable images like they do in the other fine art photography packages. Once we get over to the Disney Fine Art side, they break it up into Inside Magic Kingdom and everywhere else. So we're going to start on the low end, Outside Magic Kingdom. And that mini portrait package, which is a 20-minute session outside of Magic Kingdom, is $225. When you do that same mini package in Magic Kingdom, it's only a 15-minute session, and it's $279. From there, you step up to an hour session, and the hour session outside of Magic Kingdom is $499, and the hour family photo session inside of Magic Kingdom is $2,000. Once you step up to the hour sessions, you'll get 2 sets of downloadable images. You'll get one set that is more of like a social media set, and it's printable up to 8 by 10 inches. The other set is the full frame downloadable set, and that is going to be printable up to 30 by 40 inches. So it's a big jump up. So if you want that 16 by 20, that 20 by 24 photo to hang over your fireplace or wherever, you'll want to look at the longer sessions. The other thing is this: when you do the Magic Kingdom session, you get a couple of extra perks on top of that. You get a 16 by 24 studio wrap gallery canvas photo. And this is beautiful. Plus, you'll get a photo book that gets 20 of your pictures put into it. And you have some say. When we did ours, it was basically they sent us an email saying, hey, do you like these pictures? And they were the ones that we would have picked anyway. So it was like, yeah, these are the ones we want to do. I think there can be a little bit of back and forth, but I don't think there's going to be a lot. They do a really good job with it. And then with our package, and I haven't seen if they've actually done it since they raised the price a little bit, but we also got this cool white case behind us, and it's got a USB in it that has our full frame images, and it's engraved with Heidel Family Photos 2018. It's really a really neat touch because, you know, with that I can plug it into the back of my TV, I can plug it into my computer, and I can just scroll those images and basically slideshow them on, my 65-inch TV or whatever. And it's a really cool added touch. I could do that on my own, but since Disney did it, a little bit of extra magic on top. Now, those are just really for the family photos. Disney offers, through their fine art photography, a lot of other packages, engagement, graduation, wedding photography, that are all priced across the board. So it take forever to kind of break down their pricing. And then on top of that, they also do their own printing as well. So, doing a photo album, doing custom prints and all that. A whole nother ball of wax that I don't even want to get into right now. But I think that gives you a good idea on taking pictures at Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney in general, and then, with your own equipment, taking pictures on vacations for years to come. Again, if you like what you saw today, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified of new content, and like this video. This is how we get listed higher in searches. This is how more people can see our content. I want to say thank you from everybody at the DPI Podcast. This is Matt, and you guys all have a good day. Bye now.